are you? How are you again? This channel is about going back to basics, where we will be learning together how to use natural produces which are not harmful to us. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but I'll be able to teach you what has worked for me. I've also done my researches, and I've found out that in these foods that we throw away or we have in our supermarkets and shelves, in the houses, in the gardens, all these foods have properties that we do not know. And yet, people are becoming so sick and going to the doctor, and some are even dying. Yet they have all these foods that have all these properties to heal whatever they have. So today, I'm going to teach you the benefits of tomato juice. So tomato juice is very good for lowering cholesterol. Once you lower the cholesterol, it's very hard to have heart attack because there is always smooth blood flow. The blood flows so smoothly. It also helps with eye health and detoxifying the body. It also prevents blood clotting. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the tomato into smaller pieces. It depends on how much juice you want. If you want a lot, you cut more tomatoes. And I'm going to cut the front part out. Okay, so I'm going to take the tomato. People cook with the tomatoes. In fact, everywhere in the world, people use tomatoes for cooking. There are different colors of tomatoes. There are yellow tomatoes, purple tomatoes. So ours are red. And then I'm going to add in broccoli to bring down the acidity. Cauliflower also to bring down the acidity in the tomato. Then I'm going to put some kale. I have some lime leaves with me, which I'm going to add in. Then we have the celery leaves and the celery stalks. The celery stalks themselves. So I'm going to fill my blender and I'm going to add sugarcane juice in there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the whole thing. This channel is about cocktails. So this juice helps with digestion and also repair the cells of the body. Like when you have a cut, it heals. It also has some properties for strong bones. In fact, it's very good for urinary tract infections. Commonly known as the UTIs. So I'm going to open and I'm going to cut my ginger into very small pieces. For the punchy taste, I'm going to add in. If you realize, ginger is always everywhere because it's good for as a painkiller. If you have a headache, ginger is good. If you have pain in the joints, ginger is good also. So I'm adding in here so that it becomes a super juice. So as I was telling you, the UTIs, it's good for UTIs, but there are also some side effects to it of this tomato juice. What happens is, if you have a lot of high blood pressure, don't take this juice. It's also good during pregnancies. It fights cancers. We've already done something on a video on the sugarcane juice. You can go back and check the sugarcane juice and how I made a cocktail out of it. This channel is about making cocktails. We can take the sugarcane juice on its own. We can take the tomato juice on its own. But once you put all these produces together, they make a very, very good juice, so that you don't keep going back and making juices over and over and over. You can keep this in the fridge for 3 days. Now, if you take too much of this, there are always side effects to the tomato. If you take too much of this juice, you'll get a lot of diarrhea, or even eating too many tomatoes, you get diarrhea. Sometimes kidney problems, kidney stones, joint pains, heartburn because of the acid reflux. Some people, immediately they finish eating a tomato, they start having heartburn. Sometimes you get body aches. In fact, so many people, I know, some are very allergic to this. And some parts of this are very poisonous, of this tomato. Like you get the stems, they are very poisonous. And if you take the leaves in a lot of leaves, they become poisonous. And the roots, they are very poisonous. Yet the tomato is good. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, we are going to serve our juice now. It has a brownish color to it. So, for the people who have come here for the first time, thank you so much for coming to this channel. Subscribe, put a thumbs up, and even just hit that notification bell so that when I put up a video, you are notified. If you have a problem with overbleeding, digestion, you have weak bones, you have bad eye health, and you have urinary tract infections, please try this. Also, it's good for cancer patients. Also try this. Good for pregnancy people. But also know that there are side effects of like body aches, heartburn, joint pains, and there are people who are very allergic to this. And for the subscribers who have been with us for all this time, thank you so much. We are growing slowly and surely. And thank you so much. Put a thumbs up so that we can be recommended to other viewers. Thank you so much. Bye. See you on the